Okay, TIVlog number 9. It's one of my favorite numbers.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Yeah. So also one of my favorite topics, using a campaign to refresh your brand. So this comes from a blog I wrote because so often we find that when people feel like their brand is tired, which a lot of brands are, they immediately feel like a rebrand is the answer, and oftentimes it is, but we we can say as people who do rebrands that sometimes it's not the best move. Sometimes all you need to do is refresh that brand with some campaign work.
Right.
So that's what this blog is about, and the biggest thing I think that people should take from this is that your logo is really only a small part of your brand, right? And we talk about that a lot. There's so many different things that you can do to affect your brand without really changing your logo.
Right. And I think what you say all the time is your logo is just the front door to the brand.
I actually said that earlier today in a meeting, so I need to get a new analogy. But yes, it's true. I mean, it really is just kind of the entryway, and then the rest is contingent on a lot of different things.
Right.
So that campaign can do a lot of different things in a lot of different ways. Talking about new offerings.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is it? What's new about your brand? It may look fine. It may not need a rebrand. It may just may need to look at your offerings and,
Sure.
and what it is, what your brand's all about. Or you may just need to look at how you're talking about those offerings and say it in a more concise or more modern way. The other thing that we talk about is, and probably connected pretty closely to the new offerings, would be the tone.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously our tone is pretty tongue-in-cheek, pretty goofy, which is natural because that's kind of how we are.
Right.
This is actually quite toned down.
We're quite tame right now.
Compared to our office, typically. But a lot of companies do this, where there'll be a known company, and all of a sudden, something that used to be a company that used to be pretty serious would start, being a little more playful in how they speak, and the other direction. People can, want to elevate and decide rather than being, a little bit goofy or funny with their messaging. They can be a little more serious, a little more grown up.
Right.
Let's see. Any other things on this one that we talked through?
I think a couple of examples we could look at is, especially with new offerings, what came to my mind was IHOP. When they came out with the burger,
Sure.
They ran a huge campaign around, they got rid of the P and replaced it with a B. So this big old campaign just around a burger from IHOP.
That was pretty brilliant.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure you can get a lot of people to sign. Those are always the pitch meetings that I want to be in. Like,
Yeah.
how did they get them to do that?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Because it worked. It really caused buzz. I think it was even Burger King that responded and said, "Ooh, we're worried."
Yeah.
So that and that's a great example of that. Absolutely. Let's see, and then I guess also some of the design elements that we talked about. If you're not going to redo your logo, it's kind of amazing how much you can dress up the look and feel of a logo just by the placement, the color usage. We just redid our logo.
Right.
Not all that different, but what we did is we put it in a box,
Mm-hmm.
locked it up, and we call it magnetic. So it's always stuck to the top or to the side or to the bottom, and that's part of the branding. And it didn't take a complete rework. We did rework the font a little bit, but it changes the brand quite a bit, and I think it makes it more recognizable. And it was time after 10 years. So
Definitely.
but a good example of that.
Yeah.
For sure.
And a campaign to go along with it.
And a campaign, the brand digital campaign to go along with it, which I think hopefully is going to launch soon.
Yeah.
Probably will have launched by the time this is out. So that's cool.
Kelly.
Good?
Yeah.
All right, well, check out the blog. We jumped around a little bit, and that the blog is at least more concise about it. And that and other ones on branding would be really good to read for sure.